Hello there, welcome to Tuesday night Hatha yoga. So we've got 60 minutes of lying down and seated, standing stretches. We can build flexibility and strength, a bit of mobility as well. So if we get started in constructive rest, if you have maybe a block handy or a cushion or a pillow or rolled up blanket, and tonight I'm using not a belt but just a jumper, just for some of the lying down leg stretches that we will be doing at the start of our initial relaxation or initial supine mobilisation. So starting in constructive rest, which is lying down on our backs. So here, if we need to, we can, if we lie down on our backs, when we bring our head to the floor, if our eyes are looking back and our chin's pushing forward, we want to bring our chin towards our chest. So we can use a block underneath our head to help that. And then constructive rest is the knees are together and the feet are apart. So this is great for the thigh muscles, quite a gentle stretch or release of our femur joints that release back into the hip sockets. So great really for our backs and our hips. And we're going to take the hands out slightly to the side with the palms facing up. So just see if you can walk your feet a little bit further apart and let the knees rest together. And here we're closing our eyes and spending a few breaths in and out through the nose, just to become kind of centered and to feel as though we can maybe set an intention for the class. The intention is usually something like to focus on my breathing, or to take care of yourself, maybe not push too hard in the stretches, or just enjoy 60 minutes to yourself. So about 6 slow breaths in and out. Now we're going to move into the 3-part yogic breath or full yogic breathing. So bringing hands to the tummy first of all, we're going to expand the tummy on the inhale and then release the tummy on the exhale. So just focusing on, for about 4 or 5 breaths here, focus on the tummy rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. Bringing the hands to the side, so kind of at the side of your ribs, and just here noticing the ribs, the side ribs expanding on the inhale and releasing on your exhale. The ribs, the side ribs and the back ribs. About 4 or 5 breaths again. As deep as you can, try not to rush your breath. Now moving the fingers just so they're underneath your collarbones or just lightly on the chest. And here again, breathe in, the chest expands. Breathe out, the chest releases. About 4 or 5 breaths again. Now we're going to bring all those 3 together. So we inhale, tummy rises, side ribs expand, chest rises. Exhale, chest releases, side ribs release, tummy releases. And about 4 or 5 full and 3-part breaths. Have the hands out at the sides this time, or hands resting on anywhere. Returning to your natural breath. We'll get ready for our supine warm up. So lying down, warm up, a bit of mobilisation. So stretch out both legs and stretch our arms above our head. Bring the feet together and the toes together. Breathe in, point the fingers, point the toes, and breathe out. Bring the arms down slowly. Then we draw both knees in towards the chest, just hugging the knees in, knees side to side. Feel that gentle massage on the lower back. And then extending the left leg on the floor, keep hugging the right knee in towards the chest. We can interlock the fingers just on top of the shin. Doing the big circles with the big toe to loosen off and mobilise the ankle joint. Now change sides or change direction, so maybe anti-clockwise now, getting full range of movement with the big toe. Slowly drawing the left knee in towards the chest, and now extending the right leg along the floor, hugging that left knee in. Now anti-clockwise circles with the big toe. And change to clockwise. Drawing the right knee back into the chest, hug the knees in, and slowly bring the forehead to the knees, curl up into that small ball. Slowly releasing the head back down. So here we're going to do our bridge exercise. So first of all, we're pressing the hands down into the floor, and we're trying to bring the feet closer towards the bottom, maybe taking hold of the ankles with the hands. Again, make sure your chin's coming towards your chest, using the block to rest your head if you need to. So we're squeezing the glutes first of all, then we're squeezing our abdominals, and then we're slowly lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. So that's the breath in, breath out, draw the tummy in and slowly come back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. A couple more, pressing the feet into the floor, pressing the hands into the floor, breathing in to lift up. Breathing out to lower slowly. One more, breathe in to lift. Draw the tummy in to breathe out and lower slowly. So this time we're going to lift up, tilting the pubic bone towards the face, lifting up, breathing in, then holding, breathing out, draw the tummy in, then breathing in, lifting the arms above the head. Breathing out, slowly lower the arms back down. Breathe in, see if we can lift the hips higher again. Breathe out, slowly lower from the upper back, then the middle back and the lower back. And we do the same again, so breathing in, draw the tummy in, pubic bone towards the face, slowly lift the hips. Hold there, breathe out, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the glutes. And breathe in, lift the arms above the head. Breathe out, slowly lower arms back down. Breathe in, hips higher. Breathe out, draw the tummy in and release slowly down. And one more. Same again, lifting up, breathing in. Breathe out, tummy in. Breathe in, arms above the head. Breathe out, lower the arms. Breathe in, hips higher, squeeze. Breathe out through the nose and lower again. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Then slowly bring the knees into the chest, just hugging the knees in. Knees side to side. Okay, so next we'll do our leg raises for leg strength and leg flexibility. So we're keeping the left foot on the floor with the left leg bent. We're extending the right foot along the floor with the heel away, toes towards the face. The right leg is strong, but also have your belt or jumper ready for when we hold the right leg statically. So we keep the hands pressing down into the floor, chin towards the chest, breathe in to lift the right leg, breathe out to lower. So 5 all together. Breathe in, breathe out. 3 more, breathe in, out, in, out. So this time breathing in to lift, breathe out, hold there, and then we're taking the thing around the sole of the right foot and holding there statically for 5 breaths. So your elbows can rest on the mat. We're trying to push our heel away, toes towards the face. We might feel a stretch up the back of the leg or the outside of the right leg. So 5 deep breaths. Releasing the belt. Okay, now taking the hands, interlock the fingers behind the right leg. We're slowly lifting the head up towards the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out to lower the head back. Release the hands and slowly lower that right leg And stretch out both legs now. Just let the legs out to the side, and for a few breaths close the eyes. We just want to notice the difference between the right leg and the left leg. Bring both feet together and take a deep breath in, stretch the arms above the head. Breathe out, bring the arms back down slowly. And then we do the same with our leg raises on the left side. So right foot pressing into the floor and right knee is bent. And palms facing down on the floor, chin towards the chest. So that our left leg is strong, we're drawing our left kneecap up, heels away, toes towards the face. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to lower. So 4 more. In to lift. Out to lower. In to lift. Out to lower. Holding that left leg up statically again, so taking the belt or jumper, whatever you've got, and holding up, just resting the elbows on the mat, pushing the heel away, toes towards the face. 5 breaths. Release the belt and bring the left leg back down to the floor. Stretch out the right leg, and again close the eyes, resting, breathing as you notice the difference between the left and the right leg. Both feet together again and stretch, breathing in, arms above the head. Breathe out, bring our arms down, draw the knees into the chest again, just hugging the knees in, knees side to side. So here we can roll up to seated, drawing our tummy in, or we can take the knees down to the right hand side. Press into the left hand to lift up slowly. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of variations of lunges and down dogs, and also some standing postures to build a bit of strength in our legs. Okay, so first down dog is we're going to just go up in the 3 stages and just notice if we can mainly keep our chest near our thighs, which will give us a nice flat back. Instead of a rounded back, we want a flat back if possible. So just check that your fingers are spread first of all. You're pressing your fingers into the mat and the wrists underneath the shoulders. Then we're turning our toes under. And here, first of all, noticing the stretch in the toes and maybe the sole of the feet. And then lifting the knees off the mat. And then what we want to do is draw our chest through to our thighs as much as possible. Press into the hands and slowly lift the hips up towards the ceiling. But try and keep your chest as close as you can towards the thighs. And
Keep a micro soft bend in the knees, or keep the knees quite bent, it's up to you. And then from here, walking the heels up and down, so one knee stays bent and one heel comes towards the floor. Keeping your chest as close as you can to the thighs. And then change sides. So opposite leg straight and the knee bent. And one more each side. Feel that stretch in the, maybe in your lower back, maybe in hamstring, maybe in the calf. And opposite side. Both legs now straight. And from here, press your left heel into the floor. Lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. Might be a deep stretch for that left calf. Breath in. And breath out. Releasing the right foot to the floor, and now lifting the left leg up, keeping that left leg as straight as possible, chest to the thighs, breath in, breath out. Bring the left foot back down and slowly bring the knees back to the mat. Then rest for a few breaths in child pose. So you can have extended child pose with the fingertips forward, resting the head on the mat, or you can have the hands just underneath the head, rest your head on your hands. About 3 or 4 slow breaths. And then lifting up slowly. Okay, so down here I need to tuck my t-shirt in for another version of similar to down dog, but it's on our elbows, so a bit more intense than down dog. Well, I find it more intense. So here we want to make a tripod with our hands, so we're interlocking our fingers and the elbows are kind of apart, slightly wider than the shoulders. So you've got like a triangle with your forearms. Then knees apart about hip width. Again, we turn the toes under and we're trying to press into the elbows as we lift the knees off the floor. So we're making that upside down V shape again, chest through to the thighs. From here we're trying to walk our feet closer towards our elbows. So an intense stretch for the calves, maybe the hamstrings. So we'll try and hold for 3 breaths with the head off the floor. And with relief, bring the knees back down to the floor, bring your bottom back to your heels, rest again in child pose, either extended child pose, walking the fingertips away, or hands underneath the head again. About 3 or 4 deep breaths. And lifting back up slowly into tabletop, knees about hip width. So here's some cats and cows for the back. So breathing in, we lift the chest up, face forward, sit bones up, and then from the tailbone, tuck the tailbone under, like a ripple up the back, arch the middle back and upper back up towards the ceiling, push the mat away. Then again from the tailbone, lifting that up, and then finally chest and face comes forward. That's your in breath for the cow, and then the out breath, tailbone tucks under. 2 more of those, breathing in to lift up, breathing out to arch the spine up again. Drawing our tummy in, One more, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in to come back to a flat spine. So from here, stepping our right foot in between the hands into a lunge. So this is kind of the low lunge. So you can stay here if you want to for a few breaths, or bring the left hand onto the right thigh, then the right hand. And from here, trying to draw our chest forward. See if we can go a little bit lower into the lunge, so quite an intense stretch for the right hips and also the left hip flexor, the top of the left thigh. And then from here coming into a twist lunge. So here we want to try and bring our left shoulder as far as we can across the right thigh. Bring the palms together. We're either just looking at the right fingertips or looking back over our right shoulder. For 3 or 4 breaths. And slowly release. Bring the hands either side of the right foot and stepping our right foot back, then we're stepping our left foot forward in between the hands. So that might be enough. It's quite intense if you're quite tight in the hip area, or we can go into the higher lunge. So left hand comes onto the left thigh, try and keep the hips low, and then right hand comes onto the left thigh. Chest forward, shoulders back. A few more breaths here in the high lunge. And see if we can go into the twist. So drawing our right shoulder over as far as we can over the left thigh, bringing the palms together, looking to the fingers or looking over your left shoulder. 3 or 4 breaths. Releasing out, hands either side of the left foot, lifting the chest, looking forward, breathing in, breathing out, stepping our left knee back into tabletop, and from here lifting up again into down dog to open up the back of the legs. So turning the toes under again, try and press the pads of the toes into the floor so you can feel the stretch in the toes and the sole of the feet. And then lifting the knees off again, chest as much as you can towards the thighs, and then lifting the hips up and bringing the heels towards the floor. 3 breaths, chest towards the thighs, in down dog. Slowly walking your hands towards your feet, maybe bending the knees softly. Then we'll come into a forward fold. So your choice of forward fold, either dangling, taking hold of opposite elbows, or fingertips just in front of the feet, or hands just taking hold behind the feet. If you have any back problems, keep a soft bend in the knees. And holding your choice of forward fold for 5 breaths. See if you can let the crown of the head release down towards the floor. slowly by drawing the fingertips up the body, keeping the chin on the chest and bringing the head up last. And standing up tall. So we're going to try the pyramid stretch. So it's a bit of a challenge for maybe for the balance, not too bad. And it's quite a nice stretch for the backs of the legs, the hamstrings and the calves. So from the back of the mat, we're stepping our right foot forward. So if you find it hard on the balance, keep the feet slightly further apart. So we've got a wider base to work on. And then we're keeping a soft bend in the front leg. We want the back leg drawing up the kneecap and pressing into the foot. So the back leg is straight and strong. Doesn't matter if the front leg is slightly bent. So we're keeping our hips forward. We're not letting the hips turn to the left. We're drawing our hips, so they're forward. And then the hands are on the hips. Draw our elbows back and our chest forward, breathing in. And then breathing out, coming forward over the right leg. So try not to lock out that right foot. We want to, again here, keep the back flat, go forward as far as we can with the chest forward. And then when you can't go any more forward, slowly draw the fingertips down the leg, hold on to the shin or the ankle. But imagine you're pushing your bottom back and your chest forward. So hold in pyramid for 5 breaths. Try not to round your back. So think about pressing into both feet as we lift up slowly. Okay, and stepping the right foot back. Okay, shaking out the legs. So pyramid is quite a strong posture. So we'll go to the other side. So hands on the hips, bringing our left foot forward. So again, take out the left foot a bit more out to the side if you're struggling with your balance. We can keep the left leg a little bit soft and bent, but we're drawing our cap up on our right foot, our right leg, and we're pressing our right foot into the floor. We might even feel a nice stretch already in the right calf at the moment. This one I find it hard on the balance. Okay, so chest forward, elbows back, breathing in, drawing the tummy in, breathing out, coming forward again. Try not to allow the back to round, so keep the elbows back. Imagine you're pushing your bottom back, but you're keeping your chest forward. Drawing the kneecap up on the right leg. Go as far as you can and then hold for 3 breaths. If you want to, you can bring the hands down the left leg. And then draw the tummy in as we lift up slowly, standing tall and stepping the left foot back. So that's quite hard on the left side. Maybe it wasn't for you. Just, we're all different. Okay, so now we're going to try a kneeling pose called gate pose. So if we come to kneeling on the mat, so the left leg is in the centre of your mat-ish, and we're kneeling onto the left knee. So if you want to, you can have something to rest your left knee on if you like. So just to kind of give that left knee a bit of padding, and then you're stepping out your right foot. So you want to keep the right foot pressing into the mat and the toes facing forward. So This is a stretch for the adductors, also the outer hip, but we're going to draw our fingertips down our right leg, our right fingertips, and stretch the left hand up. And then we see how far we can go. So I think it's quite intense. So maybe a couple of times breathing in, stretching up, and breathing out, releasing over to the right hand side with those left fingers and the right fingers. Breathe in, lift up again. Breathe out, over to the right. One more, breathe in and breathe out. And back to the centre, breathe in and release the left arm, breathe out. So to make it more intense, you would take out the right foot more, and then you feel a deeper stretch in the inner thigh. Again, we could go deeper going over, but as soon as you notice you're finding it hard to breathe, that means we've gone too deep. So we don't want to, go too deep. We want to make sure we can breathe fully. So we'll try once more. So stretching up the left hand, breathe in, breathe out, and then see if you can hold for about 3 breaths. And then to breathe in to lift up, and breathe out, bring the arm down. And just coming forward to draw the right knee in, and we go to the opposite side. So I can really feel that in that right outer hip. And then we go to the opposite side, so maybe have your padding for the right knee. Okay, and now stepping the left foot out to the side. So the further we take away the left foot, the deeper and more intense the stretch will be on your inner left thigh. But we want the toes to face forward, and we want that left ankle in line with the right knee. Okay, so we draw the fingertips down the left leg, breathe in, stretch up the right fingertips, breathe out as we come over to our left. And a few more dynamic, so breathing in, breathing out. More, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. So there might not be much movement like with me, but as long as I'm feeling the stretch, I'm doing it right. I think some people can go all the way over, but it's not really comparing ourselves against other people. So we'll do one more and then hold for about 3 breaths. So fingertips down the left leg again, stretch up the right arm, breathe in, draw the fingertips up, breathe out, really keep that right side of the body, the lateral side, long for 3 breaths. Back to the centre, breathe in, stretch up, breathe out, release, and come forward with the hands as we draw the left knee. Okay, so from here we'll come and rest in child pose for a few breaths. So wide knee child pose for a bit more of a stretch in the inner thigh. So knees slightly wide apart than the mat and big toes together. Bring the bottom back to the heels. Stretch the fingertips forward, about 5 breaths, noticing the sensations in the hips as we've stretched out that inner hip area deeply. Press it into the hands as we lift up, and then coming into down dog again. So just check your fingers are spread, pressing the fingers into the mat, wrists underneath the shoulders. Again, turning the toes under, feel this stretch in the toes. Press the pads of the toes into the floor, lifting the knees off the mat. Chest through to the thighs again, keep pressing into the fingers, lifting the hips up, keep the chest to the thighs, and then bringing our heels down to the floor, 3 breaths in down dog. And then bending the knees slightly, walking the hands towards the feet, the feet towards the hands. And then we'll join the fingertips up the legs slowly, chin on the chest, and bring the head up last. Coming up to standing, so we'll do a round of sun salutations. Okay, so press the feet into the floor, palms facing forward, chest forward, breathe in, breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, forward fold. Keep the knees soft if you need to. Breathe in, right knee back and right knee down into the lunge, lifting the chest, looking forward. And breathe out, stepping the left foot back. So coming into tabletop or plank from here, and then releasing the knees, chest and forehead down to the floor. Keep the hands by the chest and bring the feet together. Breathe in, lift cobra. Breathe out, push back into tabletop. Turn the toes under and lift up into down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. And looking forward, stepping the right foot in between the hands and the left knee down to the floor. Lift the chest, breathe in. Breathe out, step the left foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Breathe in, press into the feet, lift up tall, extended mountain, gaze at the thumbs. And breathe out, back to mountain. So now we do the left side, so palms facing forward, pressing the feet into the floor, breathe in, breathe out, palms together, breathe in, stretch up tall, gaze at the thumbs, breathe out, forward fold, breathe in, lift the chest, left foot back and left knee down, looking forward. Breathe out into tabletop or plank. Breathe in. Breathe out, knees, chest and forehead down. Feet together. Press into the hands. Breathe in, lift cobra. Breathe out, push into the hands, into tabletop and down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. The next in-breath, look forward, step the left foot in between the hands and the right knee down, lift the chest. And breathe out, step the right foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Breathe in, press into the feet, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And breathe out, back to mountain. So from here, lying down on our mat and taking the feet apart, taking a few breaths to notice all parts of the body and how the body feels after the sun salutations. feet together, stretch the arms above the head, breathe in. Breathe out, bring the arms down, bring the knees into the chest. So a little bit of work here to maybe release the back, help the back. So all we're doing is gently placing our hands on our knees. We're breathing in to take the knees just away so they're about in line with the hips. And breathing out, we're drawing the tummy in and drawing the knees back into the chest. Then breathing in, take the knees away. Breathing out, knees into the chest. 2 more. And then holding with the knees into the chest, interlocking the fingers, about 3 breaths. Just squeezing those knees into the chest, drawing the tummy in each time you exhale. And lifting up slowly, either rolling up to seated or rolling over to the side to come to seated. Okay, so from here we're going to do bow and arrow. So that's more of a stretch, a little bit of a stretch for the hips and the hamstrings. So we keep our left leg strong. So we're drawing our left kneecap up and the left heel away, toes towards the face. Then we're reaching forward to take hold of the big toe of the right foot. So sitting up as tall as we can. Then we take that right knee back, bending our right elbow. So that's the bow and arrow. And then we stretch the right foot forward. If we can, straightening the right leg. So breath in to extend the right foot away. Breath out to draw the right knee back. So we can do the gradual flexibility. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Then hold that right foot back, maybe holding with the left hand. Sitting up as tall as you can, about 3 breaths. We can take the knee side to side, or if we want to, we can rest our right foot in our left elbow and then interlock the fingers so we're holding on to the right shin. So our right knee might be in our right elbow, and we're just, this is called rocking the baby. But keeping our left leg strong and our chest forward if we can, sitting up tall. So hip opening, maybe stretching out the ITB a bit. So we've gone from bow and arrow to rock the baby. Okay, and release the right foot to the floor, stretch out the right leg along the floor. Make sure we're sitting up tall before we go to the left side, so right heel away, drawing our right kneecap up, and then again, so we're taking hold of the left big toe, we're drawing the left knee back, bending our left arm, so stretching the left foot forward, stretching out that, straightening out that left leg. Breathe in, sit up tall, breathe out, left knee as far back as it'll go, breathe in, stretch, breathe out, bend, breathe in, stretch, breathe out, bend. One more, breathe in, breathe out, and then holding that left knee back. If we want to, we can take the left knee in the left elbow take the left ankle in the right elbow, sitting up tall, rocking the baby, knees side to side, chest forward, right leg is strong. Okay, and releasing and stretching the left foot forward, shaking out the legs. So just working on a little bit of internal and external rotation. So hands are behind and feet apart, slightly wider than the mat, and knees apart. And we're taking these down to one side, hold, chest forward, knees to the centre, knees down to the opposite side. So you might feel a gentle pulling in the outer hips or the inner hips. And a couple more each side. Okay, so I'm going to do a seated twist. So we get a better twist if we have a block or a cushion or blanket to sit on. So I'm going to sit, and then first of all extending both heels away, toes towards the face, engaging those thighs so the legs are strong, sitting up tall, and then drawing the right foot over the left knee. We can see if we can edge the right foot towards the top of the left thigh, and sitting up as tall as we can, keeping our left leg strong. We're just drawing that right knee towards the left shoulder, and for me I get the stretch in my right outer hip, right glute piriformis. That's enough. If you want to, we can gently twist to the right hand side. Before we twist, we want to make sure our spine is straight and strong. We're not leaning back really too much or allowing the upper back to round. We're just seeing if we can draw the right knee towards the left shoulder as much as possible. Slowly back to the centre. Now extending the right leg along the floor. So now our right leg is strong, right kneecap drawn up, heel away, toes towards the face, chest forward, and drawing the left foot over the right knee. And then see if we can draw that left foot so it's by the top of the right thigh. And again, just first of all hugging the left knee towards the right shoulder as close as you can. Sitting up tall, should feel the stretch in the left glute, maybe left hip, left piriformis. Find it a deep stretch, really quite a nice stretch. And then if you want to, you can bring the left hand close to the lower back and gently draw the chest to the left, maybe the face and the chin to the left as well. And slowly release, coming forward, stretching out the left leg, shaking out the legs. So we've got one more lying down stretch, which can either be reclining twist or maybe a bit of a stretch for our ITB. So reclining twist is the one we do at the end of the class most weeks. and it's just the knees together and the feet together and arms out like a T shape, and knees down to one side. You should feel a stretch up the left hand side if you're taking your knees down to your right. And here you can hold the stretch statically or loosening off the back, maybe dynamically, knees slowly rotating side to side is quite nice. If you want to feel the stretch on the ITB a bit more, you start off in the knees together and then you extend the left leg out straight and see if you can lift your left foot up towards your right hand and hold. This one needs to be static, so choose which one feels good for you and hold for about 5 breaths. And slowly releasing out whichever one you chose. Knees back to the centre. Keep going with the side to side moves if it feels better for you, or the knees to one side. Either hold there or then extend the right leg to reach up straight towards the left hand, maybe looking over your right fingertips, and hold for 5 breaths again. Slowly releasing, knees together, slowly back to the centre. Ease yourself into the middle of the mat. Slowly bring knees into the chest, knees side to side, or draw in a circle with the knees. And finishing in final relaxation for a couple of minutes to just bring all that we've done in the class into our bodies and mind. So either extending the feet out with the small toes flopping out to the side, hands resting on the tummy, or hands, palms facing up, bringing the chin towards the chest, soften the shoulders. So I'll do a guided relaxation. So eyes softly closed, bringing awareness into the feet. Relax the feet, soften the ankles, relax the feet. The feet are relaxed. Bring awareness into the shins, the calves. Relax the shins, relax the calves. The shins and calves are relaxed. Bring awareness into the knees. Feel the space in the knee joints. Relax and soften the knees. The knees are relaxing. The knees are relaxed. Bring awareness to the thighs. Relax the thighs. Relax the thighs. The thighs are soft and relaxed, no tension. Bring awareness into the hips. Soften the hips. The hips are relaxing. Release all tension. The hips are soft and relaxed. Bring awareness to the back. Soften the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Soften the shoulders. The back is relaxed. Bring awareness to the arms. The arms are soft. The arms are relaxed. Bring awareness to the face. Soften the jaw. Relax the cheekbones. Relax the eyes. Soften the forehead. The face is relaxed. Bring awareness to the whole body. The whole body is relaxing. The body is relaxing. The body is relaxed. Bring awareness back to the room. Bring movement back to the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And bring the feet together. Breathing in, stretch the arms above the head. Breathe out, bring the arms down. And move in whichever way feels good. Either rolling up to seated or taking the knees down to one side, press it into the floor to lift up. Thank you, hope you enjoyed and have a good rest of the evening. See you soon. Thanks again, bye for now.